Let me ask you something, and be honest with yourself. You're lying in bed. Your partner is next to you, and you're not thinking about how much you want her. You're thinking about what happens if it doesn't work again. What happens if you can't get an erection? And if you can get an erection, what if you can't maintain it? What if you can't get hard and stay hard? That knot in your stomach, that voice in your head telling you something is fundamentally wrong with you. The way you started avoiding intimacy altogether, not because you don't want it, but because the embarrassment feels worse than the absence. When was the last time you woke up feeling like everything was working exactly the way it should? Because here's the truth. Millions of men, fit men, successful men, men who train hard and eat well, are quietly dealing with something they'd never dare Google at work. Erectile dysfunction. ED. If you can't get hard or stay hard, if your drive and stamina in the bedroom have quietly faded, if any part of that hit home, this video is for you. Because what I'm about to tell you is not what your doctor said. It's not just stress. It's not just age. And it is absolutely not something you have to accept. In 2026, 322 million men worldwide are suffering from this problem. And it is a problem. It's not a niche issue. 322 million men worldwide, that's a global emergency. And it's almost entirely being driven by things you can actually control. So today, we're going in. What's actually causing it? What the science says? And what you can do, starting this week, to turn it around. Let's get one thing out of the way. Erectile dysfunction is not a personality flaw. It is not weakness. It is not a sign that you're less of a man. But I know that's not how it feels. It feels like failure. It feels like your body has betrayed you. It feels like something you can never bring up with your mates, can barely bring up with your doctor, and absolutely cannot bring up with your partner without feeling like the ground might swallow you whole. And so most men do what men do. They go quiet. They make excuses. They tell themselves it's a one-off. And then it happens again and again, and the silence gets heavier every time. Here's what ED actually is. At its core, it's a blood flow problem. Getting and maintaining an erection requires healthy blood vessels, healthy nerves, and the right hormonal environment, specifically adequate testosterone. When any one of those pillars starts crumbling, the whole structure goes with it. And here's the part that should wake you up. ED is not just a bedroom problem. Research increasingly shows it is one of the earliest warning signs of cardiovascular disease. Your erection is essentially a canary in the coal mine for your heart. The same narrowing and blockage that's restricting blood flow below the belt, it's usually doing the same thing in your coronary arteries, the vessels that keep your heart alive. So if you've been brushing it off, don't. Stick with me, because in about 2 minutes, I'm going to walk you through 5 lifestyle factors that are actively damaging your erectile function right now. One of them is something almost every man over 35 does every single day without thinking. All right, let's talk about what's actually doing the damage. What are the causes of erectile dysfunction? Number 1, testosterone decline. After 30, testosterone, your primary male sex hormone, the thing that makes you feel like you, drops roughly 1 to 2% per year. By the time you hit 45, nearly 40% of men have overtly low testosterone levels, and most don't even know it. And this isn't just about sex. Low testosterone means waking up exhausted even after 8 hours sleep. It means going to the gym and watching your strength plateau or disappear. It means mood swings, irritability, a short fuse, feeling like a stranger in your own body. And yes, it means losing interest in and ability to perform sexually, which then feeds the shame, which feeds the stress, which makes everything worse. Number 2, poor vascular health. Remember, this is a plumbing issue. Your blood vessels need to be in good shape to deliver the blood flow required for an erection. Processed foods, trans fats, and chronic inflammation all damage the endothelium. That's the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels, making them stiff, narrow, and less responsive. Damaged pipes mean poor pressure. Poor pressure means you already know what. Number 3, Chronic stress and cortisol. Cortisol is your body's primary stress hormone. It's the chemical your body releases when it senses danger, pressure, or threat. In small doses, it's useful. In the chronic, relentless doses most men over 35 are carrying around, it is the silent assassin. Because cortisol and testosterone are mortal enemies, they cannot coexist at high levels. When your body is flooded with cortisol from work pressure, financial stress, relationship tension, just the weight of modern life, testosterone gets suppressed. It's a biological seesaw. Cortisol up, testosterone down. Cortisol down, testosterone up. And most men over 35 are living with one side permanently glued to the floor. Number 4, sleep deprivation. Your body produces the vast majority of its testosterone while you sleep, specifically during deep sleep cycles. Less than 6 hours a night. You're basically turning off your own hormonal production line. This is the everyday habit I mentioned earlier. The late nights, the scrolling, the 6 hours you tell yourself is enough. It isn't. And your hormone levels are paying the price every single night. How many nights a week are you actually getting 7 to 8 hours? Be honest. Number 5, sedentary lifestyle and excess body fat. Fat cells, particularly belly fat, contain an enzyme called aromatase. Think of aromatase as a tiny biological converter. Its job is to take testosterone and convert it into estrogen, the female sex hormone. So the more belly fat you carry, the more aromatase you have. The more testosterone gets converted, the lower your levels drop. It's a self-reinforcing loop that gets worse every year if you don't interrupt it. Now here's where it gets good. Because everything I just listed, every single one of those causes has a natural countermeasure. And I mean evidence-based, research-backed countermeasures, not bro science. We've looked into the causes of ED, but what can you do about it? Quick pause. Before we continue, as we are talking about men's health and well-being, here's something worth knowing. If you've been feeling frustrated or even embarrassed about changes in bedroom performance, sensitivity, stamina, or desire, you're not alone. And it's not your fault. There's a 100% natural solution that's already helped thousands of men feel confident and energized again. No pills, no injections, no procedures, no surgery, no risky shortcuts. Just a simple, easy home remedy you can make at home, designed to support what researchers are now calling the manhood molecule, a key factor for arousal, blood flow, and lasting power. Find out more. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comment. Check it out. It could be the very thing you've been looking for. Okay, let's return to today's topic. We've looked into the causes of ED, but what can you do about it? What can you do, starting today, to get better, stronger erections and maintain it? Let's go through what actually works. Fix number 1, lift heavy things. Resistance training is the most powerful natural testosterone booster that exists. Compound movements, squats, deadlifts, bench press, trigger a significant hormonal response. And no, you don't need to be in the gym 5 days a week. Free sessions of 45 minutes is enough to move the needle. The research on this is unambiguous. Fix number 2, protect your nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a molecule your body produces naturally. Think of it as the signal that tells your blood vessels to relax, widen, and let blood flow freely. It is the on switch for an erection. Without enough of it, the mechanics simply don't work. You can boost it naturally through diet. Beetroot juice, dark leafy greens, watermelon, pomegranate. These are not food trends. They are vasodilators, foods that actively widen your blood vessels. Men in studies consuming regular beetroot showed measurable improvements in blood flow within days. While we're on food, dark chocolate, at least 70% cacao, is rich in flavonols that directly support the health of that inner blood vessel lining we talked about. Tell your partner you're taking your erection seriously. That should make dinner interesting. Fix number 3, crash the cortisol. Ashwagandha. If you haven't heard of it, pay attention. It's a root, an adaptogen, which means it helps your body regulate and recover from stress, and it has been studied extensively. Multiple clinical trials have shown it significantly reduces cortisol levels and produces measurable increases in testosterone in men under chronic stress. It's not magic. It's medicine that's been used for thousands of years.
Here is the ashwagandha. Drink it slowly.
And modern science is finally catching up. I'll link a quality supplement in the description, one I actually recommend, not just anything with a label. Fix number 4. Guard your sleep like your life depends on it. Because actually, it kind of does. Set a consistent bedtime. Kill the screens an hour before. Keep your room cold and dark. Get 7 to 8 hours. This is not optional lifestyle advice. This is hormonal maintenance. Every hour of quality sleep you add back is literally adding testosterone back into your system. Fix number 5. Zinc and selenium. 2 minerals. Massively underrated. Zinc is directly involved in testosterone synthesis. Your body literally cannot make testosterone without it, and deficiency is associated with significantly lower T levels. Selenium is a powerful antioxidant mineral that supports overall hormonal health and protects the cells involved in producing both testosterone and healthy sperm. You can get both through diet, oysters, Brazil nuts, pumpkin seeds, or through a targeted supplement stack. Fix number 6. Know your numbers. If you are over 35 and you've never had your testosterone checked, do it. Get a blood test. You want to know 3 things: your total testosterone, the overall amount in your blood, your free testosterone, the portion your body can actually use, and your SHBG, or sex hormone binding globulin, which is a protein that locks onto testosterone and renders it inactive. High SHBG means less usable testosterone, even if your total looks fine on paper, because you cannot fix what you cannot measure. And remember this, it's never a bad thing to talk with your doctor about this. They are there to help you. Okay, let me put it all together and recap today's topic. Right, let's land the plane. If you're watching this and something resonated, the exhaustion, the low mood, the performance anxiety, the feeling that your body isn't yours anymore, that's not weakness. That's information. And now you have somewhere to take it. Erectile dysfunction is driven by 5 controllable factors: declining testosterone, poor vascular health, chronic stress and cortisol, sleep deprivation, and excess body fat. And it is addressable through resistance training, nitric oxide boosting foods, cortisol management with ashwagandha, protected sleep, zinc and selenium, and actually knowing your hormone levels. None of this requires a pill. None of it requires a prescription. It requires consistency and the decision that you're not going to let your health quietly deteriorate while you pretend everything's fine. If this hit home, smash that like button. It tells the algorithm this information matters, and it helps get this in front of men who need it. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're covering everything from testosterone to fertility to longevity, and none of it is sugar-coated. And drop a comment below. Tell me, what's the one thing you're going to change this week based on what you just heard? Links to things mentioned, 100% natural home remedy, all down below in the description and pinned comment. Now watch this video where we reveal the everyday fruit drink that boosts passion and stamina in the bedroom. And it is effective in just hours.